Okie doke. Stream up. Replays acquired. Okay. Yeah, I'm smart. I imported those replays twice. Whoopsies. Because the math wasn't mathing in my head. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Let me just make sure the stream is alive. Twitch is going to hit me with an ad, so the stream is alive. You love to see it. Yeah, okay. What am I getting into here? What do we got? What do we got? What am I doing first? I got Bree first, I think. Yep. Okay. Defense, how to deal with air reversals. Depends on air reversal, depends on your options. We're gonna work on this. Oh, not Bree, sorry. Wait, which one are you? Okay. Yeah, you're okay. I brain farted. Okay. Let's get right into it. Parasol Bella. Hello, Zillow. How are you? What do we got? So, one thing that's going to help your defense instantly. That's a really weird game. Yeah, I'll grab my controller. Please work. Please don't make me have to, like, wiggle the wire in and out. No, I'm gonna have to do it. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, very good defensive habit to get into. No, I messed it up. Good use of push blocks keeps yourself so safe. So, doing replay takeover there just as a demonstration. That's a good push block. Like, the space they're at is so good for you. Guess tech, guess wrong. Throw in a scramble again. Not a bad option in the slightest. But overall, kind of just feels like you're not comfy at what buttons you want to be pressing. So, not to say in this situation that 2LK is a bad option, but I'm unironically not really pressing it here. Because at this range, at least especially in this matchup, my brain is screaming, how do I check their progress? How do I slow down this game? So the two options for that, like the two things my brain really wants me to do right here, main one is just jab. Control the pace of the game. Like, it's so annoying for her to contest this. The other one's this. Both of these options in, like, scramble-ish situations, or just where you have a second to go, okay, I can kind of slow things down. This is a good option. Again, if you want to choose violence, or you think they're going to be passive, that's more where a low comes in. But they've kind of just been running at you. Yeah. And these buttons are a lot better when people are running into you. 2LP, 2LK, and that sort of stuff are gonna be a lot better. Yeah, that's not fast enough. Are gonna be a lot better when you're the one on offense doing pressure. That is hilarious, actually. So I will kind of say that already and hope that makes a bit more sense. But she's just dead. She's just unfortunate. Punch. I like that. Hit the assist. Good push block. Oh, you can do a lot of things to punish this. Oh, you didn't believe. Oh, okay. We got Pummel Horse Rats. And run stop. Nice. Love to see it. No. Was that L? Yeah, it was L. Is that intentional and stuff? Looks kind of like it. Where did I get gripped? Then the green comes, yeah. This was a shot. You are getting Tumble Run a lot. It has its uses, but either you're getting misinputs, that's a good match, or fingers. So important for you to know that. Reflector here keeps you in this game. Even if they DHC to something else, everything they can DHC into in this situation, yeah, let me go back. You reflect here, they're either DHCing into monster cat heads or double level 3. Which 2 of those lose to the reflector, and then double level 3, or if they go car, I'm pretty sure you recover in time to block it. You might still die to chip. No, if they do car, you can DP through it. I wish I could take control of both sides and show you exactly how all of this goes through. But this is kind of just learning how supers work, learning what options you have to beat certain supers, and if you can avoid not actually checkmate scenarios. So yeah, let me... I can do a DP input. I took control, that's not such a weird time. Yeah, and like, you get to run offense from here. You're still in the game, because this is just tough. Oh, I meant to go back. Right, the one thing I wanted to say, that wouldn't be a bad spot to 360. If you expect them to be down backing. 360 or diamond drop kind of gets you in. It's no worries. Ruby's been taken over for a while, so timing is going to be a little finicky. For the record, no expectation of you being here while we go over it. It's the bot is available for a reason. Yeah, okay. We gotta stop this Philia from just running at us. So again, getting buttons out there. Like, it's so annoying for her to deal with Parasol Jab. That, like, you can do this at this range. Yeah, she kind of jumps over that. It's a little finicky. You can be patient. Just wait to pillar. That really whiffs. But yeah, you want to be slowing down Philia, because you're at an extreme disadvantage when she's finally in your face. This is true for most characters, but especially for Parasol, because you've got a 2-frame difference in jabs, among other things. Mix. Yeah, you kind of just gotta... That's mix. Sometimes you just gotta be able to block, and blocking Philia is hard. I'm not even gonna lie. That is a really good button to use versus Philia, by the way. That's a good button in general, but especially versus this character. Oh yeah. What option did you choose? Light kick just a little late. No! Unfortunate. Also, wait, actually, was this an intentional reset? Because this would have procced APS, right? What button did you use to execute? Yeah, it would have. So, got a little greedy. It's understandable. Oh, that is... What? You were just a couple frames early. That was a really good reaction to the situation. Just actually reacting too fast, which is crazy to me. Alright. Got the hit. No pickup. It's hard. Speaking of 5LK being a good button, why did I get a charge input there? What? Why am I getting run stopped there? You don't have to hold any of this. You as Bella have some really good options to break bike. Okay, that's not a good one. But like your kicks are really good at breaking bike, and you can do it from really far away as well. You have to hit the front of the bike. The hitbox is in the back, so it's like it's pretty generous for you. If you wanted to, you could even jab it. Meter. Oh, you don't gotta respect that. You're in such a good spot. Maybe I'm a liar. What? I feel like that should break the bike though. Yeah, okay. Timed right. It should break the bike. But that's a little finicky. People's elbow. How about clap? Nah, not quite. Big slappy. That's probably the best one to press there. But yeah, you're giving bike guy way too much respect. Oh, you got a pickup here, don't you? Do you really need an assist even in the corner? Okay, never mind. I think this is the one situation you can't avoid the chip out, which is hilarious. That's a true block string in the corner. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do much of anything in that situation. Kind of just go for a read. You guessed up back. And didn't catch them before they left the ground. So it is what it is. Sometimes early do be like that. Curious where the question about air reversals comes in. So you have two options here. Gr8 gets you confirmed. Toss gets you confirmed. If you're ever worried you didn't get charge or you messed up your charge inputs, just go for the toss. That's so much easier. Well, like, it's not. It's the one that's easier to do in like a scramble situation. It's also just good to know how to convert off your throw. How's hit stop looking here? Yeah, sad. Dang, okay. Too close to the corner to react. focusing on defense. Okay. This is getting a bit into the weeds. The option you chose is a good defensive option. At least in certain situations. It's one of the things you want to rotate. Where you don't push block, they expect the push block, and you press a button and it comes out significantly faster than they ever expect it to. But very good baseline habit that I want to encourage you to do more often than not right now is just push block. And then push block again. Just get them all the way out. If you are going to press, though, one of the big things you need to think about if you are going to press is just commit. Like, here you're not going to get anything else off of this. Oh, wow, actually, wait. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay, you can't stable it into both, but you kind of just gotta know. Why did... Oh, God, this is tricky. But basically, my point about being this is if you're pressing this button here, autopilot into the follow-up. I'm not gonna lie. Because if you're getting hit for pressing this button, you're getting hit for pressing this button, and pressing something afterwards is not really gonna punish you. If it whiffs, you're not gonna get the cancel anyway. It's like you can do this, but the assist goes away. Come on. Okay, I can't get it nicely, but TLDR, if you're going to take the risk of pressing, commit until you can reactively hit confirm. Because if you're gonna take the risk, good match. If you're gonna take the risk but not allow yourself to risk hard enough to get the reward, it is all of a sudden high risk, low reward, and that's not in your favor. I feel like every time I accidentally get 6 HP, it just makes me pull, which is really funny. What happened here? So, yeah, I in general just want you to do more. I think that will help your defense a lot, especially as a parasol player. You push black people back, and then all of a sudden you have parasol gem, you have 2 medium punch. Like, it puts them right at the spacing you kind of want them to be for the most part, until they start running a more sophisticated offense. Push blocking often and early is a very good habit. There are ways to exploit it. I'm not going to say it's perfect. But it is a very good baseline to have to then adapt the rest of your defense from. What did you just do? Why are we doing this? You can just kill. You have 2 bar. I'm still not dead. I'm pretty sure you can match this. Oh, are they actually hitting you in landing frames? Oh, okay. Well, so you can press on the way down, for the record. Jump light kick is really that slow. Okay. But whenever they do this option and then go into high or low, you can press on the way down. You're Bella, so you actually have a really good way of dealing with this mix. Pop, pop, pop. Wait, do you not have your double jump? No, you should have your double jump. Wait, what? You crazy? Whatever. I can't figure it out. Double jumping out of that vortex is also usually a pretty good option. If they do it right, it won't hit. Or, if they do it right, they can still catch you as you double jump. But if they do it wrong, you're out. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, I can't go back there. You see them call an assist like that, and you have a feeling they're gonna block and just try and chip you out. You're in MGR range. Get that throw out. It'll catch a lot of people. While you're in the duration of the throw animation, you're invulnerable, so the assist would go right through you and you get to run an offense. We gotta be push blocking more. Push block more, push block earlier. Unfortunate. That's one of the only buttons that's kind of a pain to push block. You have to be particular about multi-hits, but like, look at that. You see them flailing, and then you just jab. Go back a little bit further. Oh, I don't block that. Oops. And now we're playing neutral. Now we're playing neutral. Push blocks will do wonders to get characters off of you, and then force them to interact with your parasol buttons. I'm curious here just because... Wait. Oops. Should have had down charge. Let's mess up. No. Did I take over before the push? I took over right before the push block. Yeah, I figured that's what some of these backdashes are. And that's kind of just a part of the game. But for certain buttons, yeah, I understand. It's hard to get used to. But a lot of multi-hits, you usually want to be push blocking the last hit of the multi-hit. If you find yourself getting caught backdashing a lot, try and wait until you react to blocking, and then push block, but still try and get an early-ish push block, so you're push blocking on like the second or third hit of block stun, sort of deal, and reacting to what's going on. What? No. I'm honestly... What? Can I can't play this game. I'm really tempted to play incoming on this character. Just snap her back in and force her to die. There are very much arguments to just go in on the parasol and kill the double when she comes in. This is more of a personal preference than anything else. Yeah, guessing wrong on what are they called? Command throw calls. Sometimes you just lose. It is what it is. Oof. Something in my arm just popped. Jab jab. Like that is this. Obviously round start kind of sets it up for you, but this, any situation you can create it where you're at a distance to pretty safely jab check anyone, and obviously it's matchup dependent because like if it's Eliza, you're not really doing this as much because you're afraid of caught, sort of deal. And so it's, but in general, this range, recreating that and just having your jab to control the pace of the game, incredibly strong. Honestly, what makes Parasol really kind of nuts. Unfortunate. Yeah, we kind of... Defense in this game is hard because there's no, like, single hard, fast rule. But so it's like here... This isn't safe on block, so you actually have enough time to do that. And I know that because I've played this game. And it's kind of just something you get used to. Same thing with this button, I think. So yeah, if there's a gap there, you can punish. You can punish that. So it's a bit of learning frame data, a bit of other things. That was actually really smart to avoid the tier. The one final step, if you're gonna do this though, follow up with that one. Follow up with a jump to light kick. Let's go lock and load! Small thing I will say here. Even if you don't have a heavy counter hit route, so look at the life bar where it is here. It kind of goes to above the T. And instead of going there, they take a ton more damage if you just start on your heavy. Even if you don't have a dedicated heavy counter hit route to kill people. Like that. Even if you just want to go, okay, I'm going to do my normal route. You get a ton of damage out of doing it, and it's a good habit to get into. So any situation you can have the time to just go, oh, I can like heavy counter hit this. Try and get in the habit of just starting with your heavy. Again, you don't have to learn the full route at this time. Don't worry about it. But just getting in the habit of recognizing, oh, I can actually punish this, will help you a ton. Because it gives you a little bit more damage currently. I'm going to pause here because there's something else I want to talk about. It will give you a little bit more damage currently, and then when you finally learn the heavy counter hit route, you're already used to the thought process of, oh, I can kill you here. And then you start with the heavy. And you've already built in the recognition of, I'm going to start my heavy counter hit here, and now all you're worried about is actually hitting the route, rather than, oh, I learned this route, but I never use it in game because I always forget to think about it, sort of deal. Next thing I wanted to talk about here, lock and load is a pretty good check. Use it to buy yourself time to react. Because you can super cancel it. So you can do that. I wish I could do 360s. Oh, I'm not supposed to let it actually go through if I'm canceling it that early. Oh my god. There we go. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk. Health bar deleted. Does this work? That does work, yeah. Use it to buy time to react. Because you can get so much more off of it if you kind of just have that in mind. It's hard to get used to. Don't get me wrong. It is hard to do. Especially, like, consistently at a high level. Again, I love that you're using light kick so much. Stand light kick is such a good mellow button. Good defense. Okay, so again, what you are doing is not inherently bad defense. When you're doing the, I'm not going to push block and I'm going to press during a gap, I think they're going to dash at me. It's an inherently risky defensive game plan. So I want your default to be focused on push block, and then when you get an understanding of what their offense looks like, go, okay, I cannot push block here and cheat a button in, and it's going to work. So I kind of want that to be the thought process. more so than the way you do it now, where you're... And I know, again, I know part of it is you just trying to understand push block better and trying to get used to defense better. So this is not a, you're doing this bad, it's just a, try and think about it this way and see if that helps. Practice, get a little bit more practice going this way and keep yourself a little bit more consistently safe. These are things to work for and strive towards. That was the big thing for defense. You talked about dealing with air reversals, and you only got caught once or twice going for an air throw reset. And like, if you're going for the air throw reset, you kind of just have to understand the reversal is going to be an option. One thing I will show you is off your setup, the one that you do. If I remember correctly, oh yeah, I was messing with push block stuff. After first hit. Okay. If you think they're going to be mashing, burst bait. You have that option. And so that's a really easy one off your route. You can do it with jump light punch or jump light kick. Looks like jump light punch tends to work a little bit better, at least on the smaller characters. But that really helps versus mash heavy players. And then that's where it becomes really helpful to learn big heavy counter hit routes. Oops, I messed up. Because then you get tons of damage. And so they kind of play into each other a little bit. And just small little things to keep on working on. So a peek into the future. Burst baits are really good, especially as Parasol. Bellas are pretty good as well. If someone's smashing a lot, try and learn a couple. Learn a couple and apply them. See what you can get off of them. That being said, I think I will move on to the next VOD unless you have any questions for me right now while you're still here. And if any other questions pop up, feel free to shoot me a question on the server. I'm here to be a resource. Here to make sure y'all learn. So, spark notes of what I just talked, like very basic things. I want you to try and push block a little bit more. And again, if you're getting caught backdashing trying to push block, try and wait to react to blocking and then push blocking. And just try and get that out as early as you can, rather than being a little bit more predictive with it. It's just a thing to get used to. You'll get better with it over time. And defense in this game is hard. Defense in this game is stupid hard. There's that, and then, yeah, start thinking about heavy counter hits and burst baits a little bit more. I think that'll help you a good bit. Okay. So, what did Crash want? Overall gameplay, assist, pressure, and punishes, so a bit more offense focused. Can do. Can do. What are we at? How'd we get stuck here? Good defense, PBGC hit. You just press jab. They didn't give you a gap jab there. It's kind of just something you get used to. Oh. I would rather you tech out of the corner. And now all of a sudden the screen space is Very different. Think about your mobility, always, including tech. Autopilot teching does a lot more damage than you'd expect, especially in certain matchups and in certain situations. Don't push block that. Wait, really? Yeah, okay, it is your turn. I just messed up. You're not low enough to the ground for an actual punish, but it's your turn. Almost no one's teching that. Don't push block them if you have the land cancel option. It's a really good thing to be looking out for when playing versus Parasol. When playing versus a lot of characters, but Parasol especially. If they're not good about preventing you from land canceling them, you, if you're good at doing it, can murder Parasol players. I'm honestly a little bit guilty of kind of playing around it poorly. Parasol as a character tends to encourage people to play in a way that lets them get cancelled. So you can expect to see it a lot. Yeah, you want to take back your turn aggressively? This button is stupid for this matchup. Oh yeah, that's not your launcher. But yeah, it's an option. I disagree with this. At this point, try and play neutral, but overall just let her die. Think about how much life this character is about to lose. You did that to save a sliver of your double. Okay, they kind of trolled, so you're fine. But I disagree with the decision making in general. I will put that out there. Playing versus Parasol, it's always good to know what your low profile options are. You have that. Yeah, that doesn't work. That works. I think this works, but it might be hard. Yeah. I more often than not, I see Phileas do this. This tends to be the best one. Great. What's the real ringlet spike? There it is. Okay. You do also have. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't go that far. This can go under it as well, but that's pretty hard to do. Usually you don't want to use one of your normals. Oh, no combo confirm. PBGC get hit. They missed the pickup. Kill. You want to talk about offense? You want to talk about pressure? Why did we put ourselves here? What is the threat now? Our threat being here is strike throw on incoming. They could honestly probably even come in swinging. We gave them a ton of space and a ton of time, and now we can't threaten anything. We want to play this incoming. They have to guess so many different things. They did a pretty safe incoming, so a lot of like, but think about how much more threatening this is. I don't know why the double jump didn't come up that time, but you're threatening so many more options by staying closer. So again, really think about your mobility. Think about your movement. Where are you putting yourself? Why are you putting yourself there? Pros and cons. It might seem like a really mundane thing, but it matters. It really matters. Yeah, what's a punish? Oops. Right. Is that really not? There we go. Oops. Counter hit. That was not a counter hit because I'm bad, but you get my point. Alright, you flushed it to confirm off that I don't play this character. Bonk! PBGC get hit, good night. We're not getting to see you play too much offense, but we'll see. We'll see where the rest of these games go. What is happening? We are VOD reviewing. People have sent in replays to get looked at and receive advice for. I thought my Twitch was bugging. Yeah, replay takeover can be a little bit jarring. This matchup is weird. Shots are usually pretty good. Raw jump heavy punch will not give you a combo, so it is sketchy to actually use it. No, actually, I can just do this. So, it's kind of a risky round start, but let's just talk about how I'm going to be playing this matchup. I'm kind of keeping the space, checking stuff a little bit aggressively. I honestly really like Emigrit in this matchup. It does a lot. You can also play things a little bit aggressively, but I'm really trying to play around her shot ranges and her jump heavy kick. I say as I backdash into it because I don't fully understand how far it goes. Oh my god. So yeah, like here. I took a bunch of weight. I'm putting Emigrit out there. Emigrit does a lot for this character. Alright, I already used that button. But yeah, you get the point. So the shots are good. I don't like this jump heavy punch, because if it ever hits, you're not getting anything out of it. I really, like, if I'm doing this... No, it's too heavy. Whoops, wrong replay takeover. You have so many better air dairs. That's crazy, actually. And then you can like go from there. Jump medium punch is weird. I wish it was easier to confirm off of. But if you ever have the tier set up, you can usually do a lot off of it. But yeah, I'm pressing jump light kick there all day, every day. That's the one super. Like that's just a combo. You get for an offense afterwards. Alpha counter's stupid and it saves characters. It's a really good mechanic to get used to. I wonder. When she goes past a heavy, there's not really anything she can do. We shouldn't be push blocking there. That should be a punish, just straight up. You gotta be there a little bit quicker. And sometimes you're just a little slow in the draw, it happens. Okay. No, chef. That's crazy. But, again, this situation's a little different. But honestly, I kind of still like just leaving the double on the dry. I'm not gonna lie. But you keep not getting punished for it. Yeah. Not gonna do get hit on incoming. Lock down the neutral, block. Oh, I was gonna say I wish you push blocked that, but you tried. I understand. Land, cancel, into backdash because you're out of block stun. You hate to see it. I feel your pain. I do that all the time, man. All the time. Does that jump heavy punch again? Yeah, don't use it like that. So, yeah. The difference here, so it's like, if this is ever hitting, it's almost never hitting a standing opponent. You're using this deliberately as an air-to-air, you get 0 reward as an air-to-air. Because even if it hits, it's a blue bounce, they can tech. As opposed to, I like this so much more. It's such a good jump in. It hits really far, it has a ton of hit stun. It is a really strong jump in, and especially like spaced like this, even if they land cancel it, more often than not, a lot of characters can't actually do anything. This is the situation to use jump heavy punch. So it's like just neutral hop forward at the apex of your jump heavy punch. Delayed jump in, yes. Dash jump and then like wait a second and then press the button, yes. You gotta get a dash in here. You have the time to dash here. Like, it has an absurd amount of hit stun. I didn't get my dash input. Come on. You did kind of hit kind of high. So yeah, you might just have to do that. I forget if this combos or not. I don't think so, yeah. But yeah, you gotta confirm. And then you get the play again. That's hilarious. Okay. So yeah, that hit a little bit higher than I thought. My bad. You don't actually get the confirm by dashing in there. I lied. Oh no, not a believer. Nope, snap. Or not snap, snipe. Other S word. At this range, with no assist, you have one option, and one option only to confirm. Snipe is your max range confirm. If you have an assist, you can do H-shot into a... Actually, max range, this doesn't work. If you're a little bit closer than max range, this works. But yeah, no, it's... Quake also works, but not, again, max range. Max range, you have one option, if you're not calling an assist early. So, keep that in mind. Yeah, I feel that job. You gotta match more game. Oh, the second I say it. Oh no! That's crazy, actually. But yeah. Dash forward, get a pickup. That doesn't have both. There we go. One sec. Come on. So yeah, you can get a pickup for this. Bike trades tend to be in your favor. They're kind of weird, honestly. Yeah, that's just Skullgirls. You got gamed on, I'm sorry. Good night. Wait, why did he... Okay, careful. that still hits at that high. Oh my god, I fucking flubbed it. Oh, that doesn't look right. First, I agree. Oh, I didn't actually do it. I'll explain a lot. Yeah, you kind of got to cancel earlier. Okay, unironically in that situation, I kind of do want you to mash ground barrier there, and then just cat heads. Don't swing the DP first. Just use your safety TFC. Use and abuse it. You have the 2 bar. You can bail your character out, get your other character in. Most of the time on her terms because it's cat heads. Yeah, you have a safety TFC. Use it. 100%. Just use it. Especially to save a character's stuff. Shot is weird in this matchup. I'm really starting to like tosses in this matchup. So if you're gonna do this, shot. You're usually going to want to kind of add some delays in. Because doing it... I keep on... Come on. There we go. There we go. Because if you do it autopilot, it doesn't really work the way you want it to. Even if you do it right with delays, it's still a little kind of sad. But even if you drop it, they're still stuck in the corner with Fierce on them. Like, unless they're mashing. If they're mashing, it's sad days. But I have very much taken to using the medium kick version. Because light kick gets weird, medium kick normalizes it and like shoves you as far as you can into the corner. It just makes the space, like, it just makes everything work. Oh, you didn't believe. If you press stand heavy punch, you gotta believe, and that's a good button to believe in. That button does a lot of work for no reason. I love stand heavy punch. Snipe. Too early, or too late. No. Just cat heads. Even if you take a chunk of bomber damage, just cat heads. Get her out safely, force her to block something. She can't contest you because snipe only. Yeah, no, you spent 2 bar to not die because thing kind of trolled. Yep, dash up, get mashed on. Okay, just a bunch of little bit of chaos neutral. Yeah, if they're calling their assist in your face, you kind of just want to throw them. What a trade. Yeah, just pull up the gun. You can cancel your backdash with up back, by the way. What are you doing? Think, please. That's crazy. I like. So, I really like doing this one toss here. I don't like the second because you don't really have the time for it. But in this matchup, a lot, it just makes a wall. But if you're gonna do this, you gotta be willing to fight around it, because otherwise you just gave up time setting up something that you ran away from that did you no good. If that makes sense. So use toss when you have the time to set it up, and then stand your ground by it. Again, you don't really have time for doing it here. I'm mostly doing it when they're like full screen, 3/4 screen away. Yeah, you can't be pressing into lock and load like this. You've gotten caught a couple times. If you want an aggressive option to deal with someone calling lock and load in your face, throw them. Oftentimes they're down backing. Genuinely just throw them. Oh, I got caught being aggressive. Good push block, you got front seat. GG, shake my hand. Gun. So I know your question was about punishing an offense. You don't... You don't have a game plan much besides run away and try and play a spacing game. Which isn't a bad way to play, for the record. But you're not one who's like trying to constantly pry offensive pressure. You should have died with Clyde. These Clydes can only come out on hit confirmed. Or like a hard read. Yep. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Monster. That's nice of you. So I'm not getting a good idea for your offensive tendencies because you just don't play offense that much. You're much more like neutral spacing focused. But I will say you're not putting much time in actually contesting space people are approaching, which is a big part of playing the playstyle. You want to lure people into you, you're gonna die. Why? You want to lure people into you and then catch them making bad. Like that. What they just did to you, putting a button out into the active space you know they're gonna run into. So kind of want you to think about the choices you're making and why you're making them. This kind of goes back again to the movement option as well. You gotta not autopilot. Think about the choices you're making, and you don't have to go into the game going, I'm going to be very deliberate with every single decision I make, because you're gonna overload. No one plays this game like that. But go into a game with 1 or 2 goals. Go into it and say, I'm going to focus on movement. I'm going to watch what direction I tech, or if I choose to tech. It's going to be deliberate, not brain, not habitual. It's not going to be, I'm not thinking, I just did this, oh, I put myself in a bad situation. And so again, you can go in with a thought for movement. You can go in the thought for neutral. It's like, I'm going to put myself at this spacing and press these buttons. This is my goal for this match, and I'm going to think about doing that. And the whole goal for this is, in the process of working hard on this, in the process of thinking about this, it becomes more natural. And then all of a sudden, you stop needing to think about it. It becomes habitual, but these are good habits. These are habits that beat players. These are things you are fine if you do on autopilot, so you can then think about the next step in the game. And this is kind of how people build upon layers of just learning the game, understanding things, to the point where like last VOD, for the VOD review, I was just like, oh, this looks wrong. I know you can just do this here. And so I've just built an understanding over years of going, I'm going to work on this here. I'm going to work on this here. And then you kind of just get that understanding of the game over time. It's a slow process. It's a hard process, but it's how you improve. Actively thinking, actively working on improving. Just hopping on QM and playing games, or hopping on Bracket and playing games, you will still improve. But it won't be anywhere near as quick as deliberate practice. So I feel like that is the biggest thing for you to work on in general with how you play. Just think about the choices you're doing, and especially if you go back and watch yourself, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And does it seem to be working well? So it's like, my idea behind doing this is to cover for this, this, and this, to enable myself to do this, this, and this. But in this situation, I seem to keep getting hit because I'm undervaluing the ability for my opponent to do X, Y, Z. I might need to adjust this game plan to try and do something slightly different to deal with this option my opponent presented that I was struggling to deal with. And again, that's like going really far down the rabbit hole. You don't need to go that in depth, but I want there to be a, why am I doing this and how did it work? Baseline. For whatever you're focusing on, whether that's mobility, whether that's what buttons you're pressing, whether that's for spacing, whether that's for offense, whether that's for defense, whatever you're choosing to focus on, why, how. And that'll help a lot for building your understanding of the game. The other thing, and it still kind of goes back into that, was just your button placement. And again, just reevaluating, why am I pressing these buttons here? How are they working? Why am I doing LTOS here? How is it working? Why am I pressing 2 HP here as a double? How is it working? Sort of deal. And just kind of getting a feel for the game that way. And that's honestly my biggest piece of advice where I think you should be focusing on. Because it kind of applies to all bits of your gameplay. There wasn't one that stuck out more than the other, more so than just felt a little lost at times, or like the game plan wasn't wholly there. And so I think I will leave it at that. I don't think you're in chat right now, but whenever you're watching this, if you have any questions for any specific situations, or just a better understanding of something I might have explained poorly or you didn't quite understand, please ping me in the server, and I'll get on it when I can. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, I'm wasting both of our times, so give me a second chance to re-elaborate and hopefully convey my points better. This is a learning resource for you, and I want to make sure it's as effective as possible. So on that note, I'm going to be wrapping up stream. I will catch y'all Saturday. Have a good evening, everybody.